everyone, today I'm going to do a Dupe the Vibes for the new Unearthly Cosmetics palette. It's in collab with s.andromada, which is really cool. It's like a neon pastel plus shimmer palette. I think it's also got like some gray and brown in it. And to dupe that, I'm pulling out my Melt Radioactive palette. These aren't like pastel neons, these are neons. But I don't like have pastel neons in that color. I just have neons, and I feel like on me it'll probably give the same vibe. So in that palette, there's like a pink, like a neon green, neon blue, and there is a purple. It's not the same color purple as this, but I was thinking of using this purple just because it's in this palette. I could also use. I've used it in my other videos. This Gimme Glow Xenon quad. I have this purple, which kind of fits the bill, so I could also use this purple, and I might use this purple actually because it fits the bill a little better. So I could use that. And then there's also a black in that palette, and I was thinking of using a black. So I just pulled out my Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge because it's my pan that palette, or not pan that palette, it's part of my project pan, so I want to use the black. But I was just going to use the black in that palette. And then there are some really pretty shimmers in that, and I was watching the swatches, and one of the swatches, I forget who did it, but it really reminded me of a Terra Moon shimmer I have, which is called Stellar Apotheosis, which I don't know if you can see is this one, but it's basically like doesn't have a lot of base color, but it's like a really like bright reddy orangey pinky kind of color, and it doesn't have a lot of base. So I'm gonna do that. And what I was thinking of doing is I'm going to do like the bright neon colors up here, and then I'm gonna cover my base, like my lid, with Stellar Apotheosis. And then I'm gonna maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do the black in my outer V, but I'm definitely gonna do the black underneath for like a black under smoky eye. And I'm gonna do that, I think, is what I wanna do today. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I forgot to prime my eyelids, but I did do the rest of my base. Don't mind the zit sticker. I have an gnarly zit under here, and I picked the blue glittery one because I felt like the blue glittery one matched the palette vibes, because I don't know if you noticed the blue kind of matches. So that was my vibe. So I'm gonna prime and then we can get started. Okay, so I think to start, I don't know if I'm going to use the pink, partially because this pink is very staining on me, and also because I don't really like pinks, but I definitely want to do the green, the blue, and then that purple. And I think I'll start with, I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll start with the green. And I will pick a small blending brush to just kind of pack it on. And, well, no, I'll pick a bigger blending brush. Pick this brush. And we're just going to pack it on. Kind of pack and blend. And it's okay if it gets a little bit on my lid, because it's okay if the shimmer shade picks up a bit of color. We're kind of just going to do, because like the palette is kind of like I think it's called Woeful Whimsy, and it's kind of got like circus vibes just based on the palette cover. So we're just gonna kind of do like fun vibes. So yeah, just like that. These shades, I've said it in other videos, but these shades don't really blend. They just kind of pack on. Because they're neons, which I guess neons are hard to get nowadays, so I guess I'm never giving up this palette. But yeah, so also, yeah, I will put on screen, I didn't pause enough for this, but I'll put on screen pictures of the palette and swatches. I suppose I should move over more. But yeah, it's a really pretty palette. Okay, I'm gonna go in with I think I'm gonna go in with the purple next, and I'm going to use the Gimme Glow one. But yeah, I think it's a really pretty palette, and it's really cool that it's a collab palette, but even if I wasn't on a no buy, I probably wouldn't buy it, because Well, I probably should have done this backwards, put the blue and then, because blue goes into green and then blue goes into purple. I'm a genius. That's okay. That's okay. Whatever. Oh well. I'm just gonna go in with the blue. Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy this palette. At some point I want to buy an Unearthly palette, but I don't know. Like, I have a lot, basically all of the colors that are in this palette, or close approximations. So I feel like it would be a great addition to my collection, and I try to not buy a ton of palettes. Okay, so I've got that down. It's a look. That's kind of what we're going for. So I'm going to add a little bit of black, I think, next to that blue. I'm gonna use a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this brush. I'm just gonna put a smidge of black in the outer V, because I like a little bit of black. Yeah, just like that. And then I'm going to blend it all with a blending brush. And then I'm going to go back and re-intensify the two colors that got blended, because I want them to be intense, but I want the black to be blended into them. So I'm just gonna use that little brush. Okay. Also, you probably can't tell on camera, but the blue, this blue that's in this Melt Radioactive palette, has sparkles in it, which is why I picked this. It matches. But anyway. So yeah, this is, like I said, these don't like blend the greatest. So like when I blend them, they kind of blend into nothing. And they get kind of like muddy and gross looking. So now I'm gonna add the Stellar Apotheosis shade. We're gonna see how that looks. Now this is more intense, I think, than the Unearthly palette, because these are like really intense. And I'm just using my finger, as you can see. And this is more flaky than the Unearthly shade, because the Unearthly shade looks really smooth and this is really flaky. And I'm just gonna bring it in my inner corner too. Like, even if I'm really, really gentle with it, it's still really intense and flaky. Oh, yep, and I just got fallout just by using a finger. So now that that's done, I think there's also like a really intense blue, it looked like, in the swatches. And I have like, I don't know if I have like an intense straight up blue. Well, no, I do. I have the Efflorescence palette. This is a Blend Bunny palette. And I do have like straight up blue shades in here, which I could use. And maybe I'll use that in my brow bone. I don't know if the Unearthly Cosmetics shade is strictly, oh, that covered up way too much. That is really strong. I forgot how strong these were. That covered up all the purple. Hang on, I have to go back with the purple. Okay, well, that sort of worked. These shades do not get along the best, but whatever. Okay, so then I'm going to take the black and do black under eye. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. It's kind of messy because these shades do not behave, and I have fallout. Okay. I think I got it all. Nope, there's a bunch of glitter on my face. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to do black underneath. And as you can see, I got the blue down a little too far. That's okay, it can just be part of the look. And then I'm gonna blend that a little. There, so that is what I've got. And I think the other shimmer looked like a pinky silver shimmer, which I already kind of pulled that down in one, but I don't really have like a, well, I guess I have that Efflorescence palette again. I could do, because I have like a pinky shimmer in here too, so I could do like that, and I can put that in like the inner corner and bring it down a little. But again, these shimmers are also really intense. And also I am covered in glitter. So I've got this basic look down. It looks it's a look. But I'm going to add eyeliner, mascara. I'm gonna do my brows and a lip, and we'll see if we can make it look like a look, because it's definitely a look. It's giving scary carnival. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have finished the look. I went with bold brows, bold lips, because I felt like this look went for it. So let's talk about it. So I did in my waterline, classic, Essence, super cheap, $2 if that. Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. Did that. And then I did a wing, as you can see, I kind of went overboard with the NYX Epic Ink Liner in just black. And then I did my Bad Gal Bang by Benefits, and I'm using the mini one because I had the big one, but it dried out super fast, which is unfortunate, so I'm using the mini one. For my brows, not a brow pomade, it's Maybelline New York Lasting Drama Gel Liner. This is an eyeliner, but as you can see, I've used it a bunch. I use it for eyeliner. I don't have problems with eyeliner smudging because I don't like touch my face and I don't sweat a lot and I don't have dry skin, so it's fine. And it works really well. And I've gone through at least one of these before. So I did that. And then on my face, I don't know if you can see, I found this. It's a really old, it's a ColourPop, I think, from their like original Hocus Pocus collab. It's a spider stamp. So I was like, oh, I wonder if it still works. And it does, which is shocking because all of my other ColourPop cutie marks that I bought at the same time as this dried up, or I used one and the rest dried up. So this one still works, shockingly. So I used that on my face. And then for my lips, I did my usual NYX Lime Loud Evil Genius, and then NYX Suede Matte Alien. So I did that. And yeah, that is my face. I also went back in and put the colors that did up top underneath a little bit, just because I felt like it needed a little extra color. So I did that, and I feel like it looks a little better now. It kind of lost some of the black, but I feel like the color looks a little better. It's a little smoky still. And yeah, I went with the bold lip because I feel like it needed bold. It's kind of like a spooky, I don't know if it would be a pastel goth, but it's kind of like a spooky, very, very in your face look. And I don't know how I feel, like not necessarily about the, well, I guess about the palette, because when I looked at the palette, this is what I thought of to do. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like it's a look. But I don't know if this is something I would do constantly. I don't know if it's a look I would redo. It's very, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I like it. It's just, it's not something I would naturally gravitate toward. It's kind of a lot. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Do you feel like this fits the aesthetic of the palette I'm duping? Is it something you would do to dupe this palette? How do you feel about the Unearthly palette? Do you feel like you could make eye looks with it? Because I feel like for me, it's neutrals and neon pastels, and that's not really something I can do eye looks with just the way that I do makeup. Like this is what I came up with for it. It's got a brown and a gray in it too, which again, paired with neon pastels, I don't know, that's not really how I do makeup. But I'm sure there's plenty of people who like the person that's collabing with, like that's totally their vibe. Cause like I've seen them do looks with it and it looks really great. And yeah, like totally them, which is why I can see why they did it. Not something that is necessarily how I do makeup, but I mean, I like how the look came out, and I could totally dupe it because I literally have all of those colors in my collection. I don't know if the like shimmers are one-to-one because Unearthly doesn't list, like when they, on their website, they don't say what the shimmers are. Like it is, you know, this multi-chrome with these shifts or whatever. They list ingredients and then they just kind of describe the palette. So they don't describe shades, which is annoys me when brands don't describe shades, because like when you have shifty shades or shimmer shades where you can't tell what the shifts are, like I want it to be described, because swatches only tell so much. And yeah, you can get people who are really good at swatching stuff to like kind of show the shifts, but still I want to know what the shifts are. So that's just kind of like a thing that I don't like that brands do. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Are you gonna buy this palette? Are you gonna dupe it? What are you gonna do? So yeah, that was me duping the vibes. I hope you like this. If you like it, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If not, that's okay. I'm just doing this for fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.